Coming up on the Streetscape Show, a simple 10-minute recipe using olive oil, shrimp, and pasta. Plus, a chat with the Irish outlaw. We'll sit down with boxer Ryan Coyne. And we're going to give you a glimpse at luxury living here in St. Charles. Welcome to the debut of the Streetscape Show. I'm your host, April Trupiano, and I am so excited to bring you what's happening on your street. We're going to kick it off today doing what I love to do, cooking, eating, and talking about food with Robert, who's the proprietor of Dio Levis on historical Main Street. Robert, you have an absolutely phenomenal recipe here for us today.
I do, April. What we're doing here is a garlic and chive fettuccine from DiCio's Pasta. I've lived in a lot of different places, April, and what I found is that the best foods that I've had anywhere are the simplest to prepare.
Absolutely.
And this dish, from start to finish, can be done in less than 10 minutes.
I love it. All right, let's get started.
Well, what we're going to do is we're going to start out by chopping up some garlic.
Is that my job?
That's your job. You're
Okay.
closest to the cutting board. You're going to chop up some garlic.
So I'm chopping, and you're what?
And what we're going to do here, we're just going to scoop that up with the knife, and you can go ahead and drop that.
Oh my gosh, I got to tell you, this oil, whatever it is that you've got in there, smells delicious.
Now, while this is going, what I'd like for you to do next is go ahead and zest about half of that lemon.
Okay.
And we'll just use the zester here.
Okay. You got it.
And pull that off, and we'll just leave that. We'll just have
Okay.
that standing by. You can go ahead and chop up a little basil while you're at it, and then just put that back in the bowl when you're done.
Fresh ingredients are always the best.
Right about now is a great time for us to go ahead and throw in
our
lemon zest.
That I zested so beautifully,
You
didn't
did
I?
a wonderful job. All right.
Sprinkle. Is that good?
Basta. Okay. And throw a little more oil into this.
Now, you and I were talking also that you have a lot of gluten-free products, because for somebody like me who's gluten intolerant, we have to pay attention to those things. So you have those as well.
Well, all of our oils and all of our vinegars meet the needs
Right.
of people with gluten intolerances. All of our salts meet the needs of
Right.
people with gluten intolerance.
And your
But
spices.
I have about 24 different seasoning blends, and all of them are organic.
Now, do you do cooking shows here frequently or demonstrations for your...
No, what we do primarily is daily tasting of all of our products.
Oh, how great.
Everything is available to taste all day, every day, and that's the main part of what we're doing here. And this is getting awfully close to being
Yeah, it looks like
what
it.
I
Those
want
shrimp
it
are
to be.
beautiful.
And what we're going to do, go ahead and take some of our garlic and chive fettuccine. Absolutely fantastic.
It smells good.
It's one of the things that's so wonderful about these pastas is that with the DiCio pastas, what you end up with is a load of flavor. There's so much more to it. And I'm going to put about 3 pieces of shrimp. Make sure a little bit of that oil and that garlic gets in there. I might add a little bit of, I'd like to add a little bit of extra fresh basil and a little bit of freshly grated Parmesan.
How gorgeous.
And
Voila.
voila.
Really good. Just a hint of lemon. So, Robert, tell our listeners how they can find you and come check out all of the oils and the salts and the vinegars.
Well, you can find me here at 617 South Main Street. I'm directly across the street from the Flower Peddler. And when you come here, you're going to find about 24 extra virgin olive oils and about 24 balsamic vinegars, along with a world-class selection of salts, about 20 different pastas, olive oil-based skincare products, and all the oils and all the vinegars are available to sample. Just come down here to Dio Levis at 617 South Main Street. Mention that you saw us on the Streetscape Show between now and September 20th for 10% off any of your purchases.
Well, you can find these recipes on StreetScapeMagazine.com. And now I'm going to get back to doing what I absolutely love, which is eating really good food.
All right.
Buon appetito.
Buon appetito.
StreetScape Magazine is a full-color, glossy, coffee table quality material magazine. It's strong in editorial content, and that's one thing that separates StreetScape from other newsprint. It's rich in editorial content. It's a magazine that comes out quarterly, and it's to embrace the city and county of St. Charles. Basically, it's to celebrate the people, places, buildings, activities that make up our great county. We have created events and activities in the magazine. We do a fashion week. We do an awards banquet. We reach out to community and do community events. So StreetScape is definitely here. It's made its imprint on the city, and we're just going to keep growing it.
We survived the summer heat. The kids are headed off to school, and now we're ready to take a look at some fall makeovers. So here we are at Cary O'Brien's Design and Color Spa. We're going to head on inside and see what's really hot for the fall season. And we're here at Cary O'Brien's Design and Color Spa with Cary O'Brien, owner and president. Thank you for having us today.
Thanks for coming in, April. I appreciate it.
Yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous in here. I love the feel of the spa.
You know what? I think it's supposed to be a home. It's supposed to be a homey feel, warm, and comfortable for everybody.
So tell us about the makeovers today. What are we doing today?
You know, getting a makeover, and it's really hard to do a makeover because you have to say, I need a makeover to actually want to get a makeover.
Right.
So doing a makeover is kind of a little scary for the person getting it and, of course, for the person doing it because they might be really comfortable with where they are. So we've got models that really need some good makeovers, one totally blonde, one with absolutely no color at all, and we're going to take a lot of length off of one of them, and it's a little trim, but we're adding lots of layers. One, we're doing the new look called the ombre look, which is that kind of 9-month grown-out highlight look, which has been made popular by all the stars. Before, only if you were like a celebrity, you could have like really kind of not so done hair. But so this one, Casey's going to be having that. And then Teresa's having a major makeover. We're adding some color, we're lightening up her palette a little bit, and taking a lot of length off, 8 to 10 inches at least.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much. Thanks again. I'm so excited to see what these makeovers look like in the end. Can you tell us what we did here today?
Well, sure. So what we did with Teresa is we obviously cut off a lot of length. Okay, she had a lot of hair. She's a busy mom, so we want to get rid of all that length, make it easier for you, and just kind of brighten up a little bit. So we actually put a little bit of highlights in there. It's moving into fall. We don't want to go too crazy, but just brighten it up, soften it up, and make it more fun for her. So do you love it?
I love it.
All right, good.
We love it. You look gorgeous. Thank you.
All right, very good. Well, this is Casey, so we want to just kind of warm up. She had very blonde hair, very one length, so of course we layered it, made it more fun, and the layers will support the curls a lot better. Then we said we came in and we wanted to do it a little bit darker, do the ombre look, so not real dark, so not too much darker than natural, but just a warmer kind of feel to it, lowered the color down a little bit so it's not so bright, and just made it more fun. So it's kind of moving into the fall zone, but still has a summer feel to it and looks great on what we're doing for Casey.
Gorgeous. That's beautiful. Wasn't that fun? What fabulous makeovers at Cary O'Brien's Design and Color Spa. Well, stay tuned because we have a lot more coming. We're going to be taking a look at luxury living right here in St. Charles at the Boulders. And we're going to be talking to Ryan Coyne, the Irish outlaw. You don't want to miss a second of what's coming up on the STREETSCAPE Show, what's happening on your street. You don't have to go to Florida to feel like you're on vacation. We found a place right here in St. Charles with all the amenities of luxury living. We're here with Bruce Mills, mastermind behind the Boulders at Katy Trail. Bruce, thanks for being with us.
April, I'm glad to be here today to talk about this wonderful community.
Now, it looks like you guys have put a lot of attention into every single detail about the Boulders.
We have. This has been 20 years in the planning. I love Aspen, Colorado, and I have gone there a lot, and I brought this concept back. We started 20 years ago with a development in the city called Bonham Village, and the concept of water features and landscaping, and we completed this latest phase just about a year and a half ago, and it has evolved over that 20 years into what you see today. The most important thing is I wanted it to be where people came home at night, could kind of put their troubles of the day behind them, and if you noticed when you drove in, there was about a 20-foot waterfall that actually water comes off that waterfall and then goes both east and west to our lakes and fountains along the way, and we are blessed to have many weddings pictures taken in front of that waterfall, and not unusual on a weekend to see many couples standing in front of it to enjoy it.
Well, this is a perfect place for someone who's either buying their first home or downsizing into a smaller home, somewhere where they don't want to have to take care of everything.
It's been very attractive to the 25 to 40-year-old person. We have many singles. Many people who have bought first-time homeowners here is really big. We do have a sprinkling of people that are retired who actually, some of which have a home here and one in Florida similar to this. And but it has attracted a group of fairly active people, and I would say being close to the Katy Trail and having all the amenities that we have has been a big part of that.
It seems like you guys put a lot of effort also into building community here. What kinds of things do you do for your residents?
We have, and I think we work very hard at involving people in what we're doing. We probably average one party a month.
Oh my goodness. What kinds of parties do you do?
Well, we do, in the summertime, we'll do pool parties. And I think, we'll have barbecue. And I think if you asked anybody that lived here, I think first thing they'd talk about is the landscaping and the warm feel of the people that live here.
Well, Bruce, I was absolutely floored when I walked in the condo here at the Boulders at Katy Trail. I mean, it's gorgeous inside here. Tell me what people can expect when they come to pick out their home here.
Well, some of the amenities that we're proud of, and most times you wouldn't find, for example, we have 42-inch cabinets, which most places in this price range will have 32-inch cabinets, 36-inch cabinets. We have granite countertops in all our units. We have hardwood floors throughout all of the units in Phase 2. Phase 1 has some hardwood and some carpeting. We've got, every unit has a porch that overlooks our water features.
Wow.
We have many units have attached garages, so you can pull your car in, literally shut the door and walk into your unit. It's very unusual, particularly in this price range.
Well, Bruce, thank you very much for your time today. It's been absolutely wonderful just to be in this atmosphere. I kind of want to just check in for the weekend.
My pleasure, and I look forward to seeing people that are watching this to drop by and experience it. I think it's contagious.
In just a moment, we're going to take you into the ring. But first, we're going to shed some light on our sister publication.
A lot of people are really paying attention to StreetScape Magazine. You know about other magazines in St. Louis, and many people did not know, who are in St. Louis, that St. Charles has a really glossy, leisure, very, very classy publication. And so we are very excited to be able to introduce the magazine through events like St. Charles Fashion Week and our business awards and our luncheons and our business networking luncheons. When you start getting the attention of the Pujols Family Foundation, you start getting the attention of Nellie, who was on our cover, Gretchen Wilson, Gretchen Jones, who was one on Project Runway. All these are people that are really getting to know Streetscape. The word is getting out that Streetscape is here to stay. We've been here for 5 years. We are still growing. We are very excited, and we really look forward to sharing what we do here in St. Charles and St. Charles County with the rest of the Metro St. Louis area.
We're right here in the ring with the Irish outlaw, Ryan Coyne. Ryan, you are ranked number 5 in the world. That's a pretty big achievement.
It is. It's big, but we can get bigger. You know, we took a little bump up in the rankings after my last fight. To get into the rankings, to be a top 10 fighter. Now the goal is to be world champion. So you always have to kind of keep re-raising the bar, and we're always doing that.
Tell me how you got started. How did you end up getting to this point? What drove you to box? Because I know that you have a college degree, you're highly educated. So what drove you to box?
That's a good question. You know, I get asked that a lot. But I started boxing in college. Fought in the amateur program, won the St. Louis Golden Gloves 3 years in a row in 2003, 04, and 05. And I graduated college and had an opportunity to turn pro. And I was also kind of mulling over going to law school or, you know, getting a day job. You know,
law school, get my face beat up. It's kind of a...
It was, you know, but it was a thing where it was kind of now or never type thing. Like, you know, I'm gonna, you know, if I don't do this now, I'm not gonna get another shot at it. So I decided to give it a shot and turn pro.
You were on the popular reality boxing show, The Contender. What was that like?
It was kind of like getting thrown in the deep end of the pool. You don't know how to swim. And I learned mine in front of the cameras, but it was something where you go into a tournament-style format with very good fighters, 15 of the best cruiserweights in the world, and you have to fight in a tournament-style format where you don't get it. There's no easy fights on there, and on top of it, you know, you're trying to live your life at the same time, and well, the cameras want to know how you live your life, where you're living your life, what you do in your free time, and they follow you around for every aspect of everything you do, from you know, breakfast in the morning to brushing your teeth at night to, you know, calling girlfriend, wife at home, things like that.
Wow.
So it's it can be, like you said, it can be a little unnerving at times, but it was a great experience. You know, kind of get you used to being in front of the lights and the cameras and stuff like that. And it was a great experience. And on top of it, you know, there's some very tough fights on there that I had to take part in, and they really helped me in my career.
You fought the last fight at the St. Charles Family Arena right in the middle of your hometown. How did it feel to have all of those people supporting you?
Yeah, it was awesome. You know, fighting St. Louis, St. Charles. I'm from St. Charles, and fighting in St. Charles, literally in my backyard, in an arena that's just a couple miles from the house I grew up in, it was awesome. It was amazing. Had you know, people I hadn't seen since I was a little kid, family members, people I'd grown up with, just everybody coming out and support me. I had just a huge crowd there, and it was awesome. And to have an opportunity like that to perform in front of those people, it was great. And you know, just what a wonderful opportunity. And I look forward to being able to do it again here, hopefully in the near future. So I'm confident we'll be able to bring another big show back to the St. Charles Family Arena. You know, with me and headlining the show, and it's you know, I think that was just the tip of the iceberg, but it was just a great evening. People were here out of necessity, but I'm here because I want to be here. You know, I boxed all through college in the amateur program, had a lot of fights, and really immersed myself in it. I really enjoyed it. I saw that it was something that in practice was very pure, that while as corrupt as it can be and the business end and things like that,
Like
promotion and stuff. Yeah, like any business. In the ring, you can accomplish anything you want through hard work. It's very pure in that aspect, that the harder you're willing to work, the more you're willing to give your mind, body, and soul to the game, the bigger the rewards will be. For me, that was something that was just wildly attractive to the sport for me. So I had a lot of other opportunities out there, probably more traditional opportunities with coat and tie, desk jobs, stuff like that. This was something that was just too good to pass up on, and I wanted to see what I can do, and I've surprised myself. I've surprised a lot of people in the business and the game.
You have.
And I'm going to continue to keep surprising people. Even when I got in this game, all I've ever been told is what I can't do, and I just keep telling everybody, showing everybody what I can do, and that's what I really relish about it.
Ryan, thanks so much for being with us today and sharing your story.
Thanks for having me on, April.
Stay tuned. Coming up next, we're going to give you another great reason to visit St. Charles, and we're going to be dropping by My Handyworks. Thanks for coming back. Well, there's so much to do in St. Charles. It's a destination spot in itself. Let's go to Judy Peters, where she's having some fun and getting her hands dirty at My Handyworks.
Thanks, April. Well, My Handyworks is an interactive art studio located on South Main Street, just 2 doors down from Lewis and Clark's restaurant. It's owned and operated by Heather and Greg Miller. Now, Greg is a retired Iraq veteran, and we would just like to say thank you to Greg and Heather for serving our country. Greg is now serving his passion for arts with My Handyworks, and along with his wife Heather is sharing that passion with others. So hi, Heather.
Hi.
This looks like such a fun and creative place to be, especially for children. Now, why the name My Handyworks?
We started the business about 5 years ago, and after the birth of our newborn daughter. And my husband came up with the idea of incorporating handprints and her footprints into the pictures and designs using their handprints and footprints. So the title, the name My Handyworks, just fits, and we've kept it, even though we've adventured out to more things. But we do try to incorporate the handprints and hands into everything we do. We have wax hands where you can dip your hand in wax and get a mold of your hands. At Easter time, we made Easter eggs, and kids came in and put their handprints on the Easter eggs. We even painted the bottoms of their feet and put footprints on the Easter eggs. We added wax flowers and designs to the eggs. So pretty much, we try to incorporate handprints and footprints into our artwork.
How did you guys get started in the business? Because I know you've been in the studio a little over a year, but you started on the road.
We did start on the road. Our oldest daughter is 6 years old. So after the birth of our first child, he came up with the handprint and footprint idea. And you know what? This sounds bad, but I was just like, okay, a handprint, footprint idea? Let's see what you got. Sure enough, he came up with painting it in reverse, so all the paint is in the middle of the picture, which means there's no drying time, which means it's not going to chip away, and which also means you're going to be able to walk out with it right there as you watch it being creative in front of you.
People can either stop by when they're visiting South Main Street and come in and do art projects, or they can call for your classes or birthday parties. Tell us about that.
You can stop in if you're just wandering around Main Street. We have several activities you can do straight off the street that you're able to complete within 10, 15, 20 minutes and take home with you. The wax hands being one, the handprint paintings, have birthday parties here. Every child who is at the birthday party will be able to go home with a handprint painting. They get to pick their own design, their own colors, to personalize it how they like.
Now, some of Greg's unique artwork is displayed here and can be purchased here. You may even be able to watch him create some of that artwork.
Greg does the spray paint art where he uses spray paint cans, bowls, newspapers, stencils. Greg, of course, creates his own stencils and creates different land scenes to space scenes. Special requests. He's done a Tigger before, just on demand. Just cut out a Tigger. Greg is very creative. We bought crayons 2 years ago. We were buying crayons and separating them into all the different colors, and he made a Yoda out of crayons. He hot glued each individual crayon together and stacked them up, and voila. Yoda appeared with 2,944 crayons. And he's also done a lion, which is over 6,000 crayons in the lion. It's just amazing.
So Heather, where can people find out more about My Handyworks?
You can go to our website, www.myhandyworks.com, and it's handy with a Y. We also have a Facebook page where if you just search My Handyworks, we'll show up and you just have to like the page. We are located at 205 South Main Street, St. Charles, Missouri, and our phone number is 636-724-7337.
Well, Heather, thank you for telling us about your business. We love My Handyworks. So if you're looking for something fun and creative to do, come to My Handyworks in St. Charles. And now, April, I'm handing it back to you.
Thanks, Judy. That looks like a lot of fun. Well, we want to thank you for being with us. We had a great time. We hope you did too. Tune in next time for the StreetScape Show and more of what's happening on your streets. Cary, I'm so amazed with the gorgeous looks that you guys created today, and your team's been fabulous. I'd really love to bring the design team out for just a moment.
Well, it's all about teamwork, so that's Cary O'Brien. So if we could have Danielle and Paige, come on down. This is Paige Maple, and come on down, and Danielle Helm. So thanks, girls. Looks really good.